All right. Yo. What's up, boys? How we doing today? All right, let's do the dailies. I don't care if it's tradable or untradeable. Alright, dudes, so today we got a ton of stuff we want to do. Won't be live for the longest time ever. Got some stuff I gotta take care of. But we recorded a new menu video of how good our experiment's been going for the menu grind. So that's coming. We also have another probably special card trading video coming sometime this week, especially as informs start rising. They'll start working really well again. So that at some point. Hopefully a crafting upgrade soon, dude. That'd be perfect. Could use one. But yeah, Monday repeatable as well, hopefully. If we get player picks again, that'd be alright. But honestly, I'd prefer something that we can save for Team of the Year. This promo's kind of meh. I'd rather have player picks for something like Winter Wildcards. Alright, we'll stick to the low-end championship and MLS. Don't need those right now. Get those open. We're going to finish opening all our tradable packs from our experiment. So we have all those silver packs ready to go. 79 of those. We'll have some more League SBC runs. So other tradable packs will have more premium runs. Some more jumbo golds. We'll be cooking, boys. Already getting Libin suds as well. You love to see it. Love to see it. Cold issue, what's up, buddy? How many packs you on, Ishi? Game's gone stale, nothing worth grinding for? I disagree. I agree with game's gone stale. It's worth saving packs for future promos. That's the use right now. All right, we got 2 premium mix stills. Put those up. Yeah, just constant recycling. That's for sure the move right now. I don't know about you guys, but today feels like just like yesterday. Every pack has like a liver sud in it for me. Walk out from the premium mix again. W. Right, let's go. Cold. And a lib card. I'm more excited about the lib than the walkout, to be honest. Things you love to see. Hello, sir. What's up, buddy? How are we doing today? Look at all the League of Portugal cards. Did the Matthew need about 192 bronze upgrades up to the gold upgrades to get one 3 times 84 done because it requires 16 rare golds? Yeah, but you shouldn't. That's the wrong way to look at it. The right way to look at it is BPM and bronze upgrades to get bronzes and silvers to do mixed and premium to get the golds faster. You should never really focus on bronze pack method to get gold upgrades. It'll happen on its own, but you'll get way more in that process through League SBCs than you will from the bronze pack itself. We did a calculation. It was something outrageous. We were trying to figure out how many gold upgrades you'd have to make to save 1,000 league specific packs for Team of the Year worth of gold rares. So like how many gold upgrades, 2 players in it, if every single player in there was not a walkout or a promo card, and you put it directly into a league specific, which is 11, you need at least 6 of those for one. We did some outrageous math where it's like, okay, then how many silver upgrades would you need? How many bronze upgrades? How many bronze packs? We're talking like millions. It's wild. Crazy numbers. Visa. Ooh, Pogba. Is he still worth anything? No. Betel. Thoughts on World Cup draw? Looks really good. I'm excited for the Mexico-South Africa rematch. Polo. Where's Marco at? USA got a very easy group. I'm very happy with US's group. Alright, we're going to stockpile those right now. We'll probably list them later. But I don't see how many live-in subs tradable we get. Quit playing for 2 weeks and got Thunderstruck Bale and Dalglish. Nice. I didn't touch gameplay for ages, and we got Eusebio out of the League SBC pack. England got a decent group. Okay, should we really start saving kits? Or is it not worth it to do that? I don't know which ones are up. But I've seen some crazy prices. Eh. That's too much work. We'll try to pay attention, but no guarantees. Is this EA trying to convince people to play? Give players to accounts that aren't playing? Doesn't matter. Good find is always welcome. I mean, to be fair, I've always prioritized menus over gameplay. That really hasn't affected pack luck for me. Or maybe it has this whole time. I'm just realizing it now. Thoughts on your game today versus City? I expected us to lose. And yeah, it's all about perspective. I think going into the season, you would have thought all the top teams would thrash us. So if you take Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, and you told us we'd draw 2 of those teams and only lose to 1, and keep it within a decent amount of goals, like 3 is obviously still a big loss, but could have easily been a few more goals to us. Could have been a 3-2. Could have been a 5-6-0. That could have gotten ugly. So the fact that it stayed 3-0, I'm happy with. Yeah, most importantly, Granit Xhaka and Noah Siddiqui did not get yellows. So they're able to play against Newcastle next week. That was probably the most important thing. But yeah, obviously you want to win, but you can't win them all. Not going to write off players for it, but wasn't a fun performance, that's for sure. The Leeds game, however. Y'all watch that one? Jeez, man. 6 goals in the second half? Cold, man. Absolutely cold. Tanaka is him, bro. I loved watching him in the championship. It's so cool to see him take the step up. Absolute baller. Look at that. Double sud tradable. Cold. Cold. DK is crazy. Yeah. Baller. We'll keep those. Slot needs to go, man. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. What's it going to take at this point? Sports are so rigged. I love them, though. There's sometimes you'll wonder. It's like, okay, who made a call? You probably haven't seen Salah called slot out? Yeah, I did. I saw the Fabrizio post. Maybe that's going to be the initial thing that does it. It's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised in the summer a lot of promise for me, and so far I am on the bench for 3 games. All I can say is keep the promises. Woo! That has Saudi League for like 100 mil written all over it. Liverpool could cash in and make a lot of money. They play their cards right. Alright, so if we get back to 1.5 mil, we're even with the amount of coins we had before the 75 run experiment, when we did 100 League SBC runs before that. So in total, we would have been at probably like 225 to 250 total League SBC runs where we have more coins than what we started with. That's crazy to me. Buying out a majority of the cards too. There were some bids, but a lot of those were just buy nows to club stock as many as possible. We recorded a video before this that we'll have coming out that kind of explains all that. If you guys are interested in what the experiment looked like, kind of from start to finish. I was saving the main from the premium mix, but I opened them. Is there still time to save a lot? Yeah, you got plenty of time. Team of the Year is usually the final 2 weeks of January. Inform? Let's go. Won't lose coins if I keep doing them? Won't. Are you asking won't I lose coins if I keep doing them? Depends on how you do them. Let's go. We'll take those coins. We'll save the inform so we won't see the coins right away. That'll be another 15 to 20k once those go up. W. Yeah, if you guys are wondering how we're able to do so many League SBCs and how we keep our coins from it, even while being wasteful, the video tomorrow is going to be extremely insightful. Do I bet on libs to do the premium? You can. If you want to see our premium guide, we have a premium league guide on the channel, if you're interested. Now we've had icon SBC without bronze rares. What are you doing with your rares? I'm putting a ton of them into bronze upgrades if I want to make extra bronze upgrades since we get so many lib and studs from them. But in terms of my overall plan, I'm kind of trying to keep a lot of the top nations, or at least like 100 to 200 consistently, and just kind of list them in the evening, along with like some silver rares and some silver commons. That way we can etch out a little bit more profit, and then just relist throughout the day. So I don't just have it be my full transfer list at all times and pray they sell. We try to be strategic with when we sell them, but we also know when to then give up on it and then eventually put them into upgrades or quick sell. And usually I can get a good amount of sales per day. And obviously the more in bulk you do BPM, the more in bulk you do things like League SBCs, the harder it's going to be to not you're going to have to quick sell things eventually or do more upgrades. Because, for example, right now I have over 1,300 silver commons in my club. Theoretically, I want to list those for 200 so I don't have to quick sell for half the price. But the logistics behind getting all those to sell consistently will be extremely difficult. So I'll do a lot of like top nations, or I'll do like the women's leagues and stuff. I'll get a lot of those to sell for 200 when I have transfer list space, and that's no problem. But to get every card, that becomes an extreme challenge. Can we try to make a dinner reservation for the 14th of December? Safe to say we're going the 13th. Can't miss Derby Day. I'm going to miss the second half of the game completely. I am scared. So I don't know if the game got rescheduled or I didn't check the schedule. I think the latter. And I serve in my children's ministry at my church that day. So I'm going to watch the first half at my house. And then at halftime, go serve in the children's ministry with my notifications completely silenced. Nothing on. Oh, wait, the game's not on Peacock. It's on USA Network. Oh, gosh, how am I gonna... I'm going to be able on YouTube TV to go back and watch it. I think the score will be spoiled before... Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll figure out how to do it. I'm gonna silence my phone, have no notifications on. I'm then gonna go to... I could have my sister maybe do it. Go to YouTube TV for me and pull it open without saying a score. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Nervous but excited. Alright, 58 more of these to go. More libs and suds. Cold, cold, cold. Who do you think's going to win the league? City. They're just a different class. Arsenal's not going to long-term be able to keep up with City. Arsenal would have to keep insane form. We're already seeing that slip a little bit. Liverpool's not obviously going to be able to be as good as last season. I think City's going to clear as we get... They're going to, halfway through the season, be top, and then there's going to be no looking back. Millable. Just for nothing. Rip. Mambo! What's up, buddy? How do I do unlimited mix? Do you bid, for example, Serie B? Slot, we have in the description our how to make unlimited mix video. We have our how to make unlimited premium. So if you ever need a how to make unlimited step-by-step tutorial, the videos are always there, buddy. Almost every single question you'll ever have are answered in them. If you have any questions after that, let me know. But anything you ask will basically have a 99.999% chance of being answered. In full depth tutorial with eyes on, showing you exact things to look for, what to avoid, fluctuations, what to do in each scenario. You name it. Bye-bye. The hood. Look at that. Double lid tradable again. I'm telling you. Tradable and untradable packs. They're everywhere, boys. The mix is just a straight moneymaker. I'll chuck those, skip the Super League. Alright, we'll do another Mixed League run soon, and then another Premium. Let's get through more of these first. Championship, W. When do you guys think we'll get exchanges? Do you think it'll be by Team of the Year? Or do you think we'll get them before that? After that? As much as I love this grind, I cannot wait for exchanges. It's going to be so nice. Why is your Twitter private? It's not private. What do you mean? Off the window where the main line goes, it's a sacred fade of 5G. All those League SBC cards, beautiful. This is bigger than football. This is necessary to preserve the longevity of Hater Central. I can't keep up with this current rate. Slot out tomorrow. W. Hey, Mo, have you felt like the game has been super laggy ever since last patch? Gameplay? I've played one online game since last patch, so I have no idea. But I would assume, probably. If I ever had to guess if something got worse since an update, yes. Hola, brother. Hola, buddy. What's going on, man? Yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor. Smack that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be live for a decent bit today. But not super, super, super long. Got a bunch of stuff I got to take care of. IRL. Got family coming. Oh, my coffee. I didn't get my coffee. I was like, I can use a coffee right now. It's sitting out there. Always coming many forms. Gonna play Rivals until I loose? Until you loose? Play rivals until you're loose? Like, you get bent over loose? Or you mean lose? Could be the same thing. Then you're going to grind in SBC? You're going to grind once you're loose, is what I'm hearing? Forgot his coffee over League SBC. Well, because we're not spamming the League SBC creating right now. We're opening. So it doesn't feel as much of a grind. This is the monotonous part. Enjoy the cold coffee, pal. It's actually lukewarm. Look at that. Another one, boys. Another tradable team of the week. Cold. So if we sold right now for both of those, that'd be 20K, but we're looking at 30 to 40K if we're patient. W. I have 30 small rare gold player packs. Nice. You gonna spam those open? Or are you saving those? Let's see your stash. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. We're at 375. Should be well over 400 by the end of the weekend. Once we get back into it. But we might be switching to another grind soon as well. Pause? Resume. Ain't no pause in that. What you mean pause? We're all grinders here. We're all losing our mind without the PP out. Bruno scored from a corner? Dang, man. Dare I say it? Derby aside, dare I say it? That looked kind of cold. Since silvers are so cheap, been buying every silver I need and saving all tradable silver packs for when they go back up. That's not a bad idea. I've done the club stocking them where I store them all and just sell dupes. But like you said, their price is so low that like just me having a full club, I think I'd rather just take the coins now for some of them. Like it would make sense to be patient and list them for 200. If you have like 50 to a few hundred, but when you have well over 1,000 like me, you just Rojas go for anything? Nope. Dude, throwback when silvers were always good value. I miss it. What are we going to do when gold rares go back down completely? We're going to miss that too. Next time will be like Team of the Year probably. Which packs from all League SBCs are you keeping for Team of the Year, and which are you opening right now to do more League SBCs? I would watch our Team of the Year video, buddy, if you want like a full in-depth analysis of everything we're doing to do a similar one yourself. Quick answer though, the final pack of the mix, and then the final pack of the premium, and the Prem La Liga section pack of the premium. But there's a whole method to the madness where we have all the grinds on the channel to help that out. Dude, the Luco 9 red card today was wild. Game on for 2 minutes. Red card. Gotcha, thanks, no problem, buddy. If you guys ever have any questions, though, in those videos, feel free to either come back to the stream and ask it if you're confused on a step of the video. But also, too, I see all your comments that you leave on videos, even if the video is from like a week plus ago. So feel free to leave a comment on the video, and then I'll respond to it on the video. Because chances are, if you have a question on something, or you're stuck on a step, other people might not comment that are also stuck, and you could be helping them out, too. How'd you do 75 a day? I just don't understand how to do the mix. I can do premium. It was disgusting. I don't think I'll be able to do that again. But if you don't know what he's talking about, we, in a 24-hour period, made 75 mixed league run-throughs. And that whole experiment, the upload tomorrow is going to go over start to finish what coins look like, what players look like, what it continues to look like because it's not completely done yet. So if you guys want to see how we turned our coins into, at this point, 225 to 250 total League SBC run-throughs, and we'll have more coins than what we started with most likely. That video is going to be really nice. But speaking of that, we got to figure out then how to step this up a notch, because I feel like we might not be going hard enough. As crazy as that sounds. People still aren't aware of how dedicated Mumbo is to the grind, it seems. Well, the issue is, you kind of run into two problems. You have people who have never grinded before, seeing me grind on stream, and expect the video to be the exact same thing we're doing. But what they don't realize is we're on like step 100 of grinding, and they need to understand step 1 to 99 first to get to where we are. So they try to copy and paste what we're doing at where we're at, and they get confused or wondering where the coins are going or how we're getting so many runs. But I'm telling you, boys, if you watch the Unlimited Grind videos and you understand the bare minimum basics and how to do a few runs a day, make coins while you're doing it, save some packs if you want, keep the grind going, it gets easier and easier. And once you get better and better at it, you save so many coins, you can make so many coins, you can make so many more packs. And the more you pair it with long-term thinking, the better it gets. So like for us, we're going to have more value in our club than we had last year with 10 million coins liquid. We're going to have more probably packs opened of quality packs than we did last year with 10 million coins liquid, putting a lot of those into league-specific premiums. Now the question is, will we get an 82 plus times 20 again in exchanges? Because if we do, that'll be insane. I got the informs ready to go for it. Yeah, I'm super excited to see how Team of the Year goes. him up. We still have about 100 golds we have to sell to in our club tradable as well. So 1,000 plus silver commons. Probably at least 100 silver rares. Probably 200 silver rares we could quick sell still. We have more League SBC runs to do. We're in a good spot. Managers. Some badges. Manager leagues. Dude, that Cherokee assist today was disgusting. I mean, they put them in for Black Friday. It makes sense to put them unlimited for Team of the Year. Wait, what? They put 8220s in for Black Friday? When? Or are you talking about the 8210? Yeah, we did some BPM and got an Ecuador manager earlier. Okay. I was like, did I miss that when I was at my aunt's house? Did I completely miss an 8220? And Korea Republic's 3 to 4K? Yeah. I wish they would update price range because I feel like you'd have some managers that would be extinct at 10K in bronze packs, and then you'd have a lot that would maybe be probably a little more than 5K, maybe 6, 7. Something like that. Did Bessie win that Mickey Mouse Cup? Supposedly he did. What you got to realize is him winning an MLS Cup isn't him winning the League MLS. It's him winning the tournament MLS. Or did they win the League MLS and not the tournament MLS? It's hard to keep track. There's a TikToker that I follow that does football content, and his thing is like talking about niche rules in different leagues. He's like, oh hey man, have you watched like the Austrian Bundesliga? Or you'll pull up some random league like that. He's like, no, tell me about it. Do you support a team in there? He's like, yeah. What place are they in? First? Oh, you're probably so happy. Yeah, but it's not going to matter halfway through the season. Oh, why's that? Well, halfway through the season, they reset and everyone goes back to 0. Oh, that doesn't seem fair. Well, it doesn't seem fair, but the second half holds more points than the first half of the season, so we're really focused on the second half. How does that make any sense? Well, it actually gets divided into 2 groups. If you're 7th and under, you get put into a relegation format. And if you're above 7th, you get put in a playoff format. And then he'll just like keep going through new rules and things you've never heard of. It's like, wait, what? I didn't know these were things. That was a made up example I used for the Australian league, or the Austrian league, but there's some crazy rules in leagues. I think Belgium League was one of the leagues he did. I can't remember what it was, though. Never kill yourself, and it's a guy eating a Taco Bell box with a beer playing Black Ops 2. That's a beautiful picture. Two tweets a little more than 5 minutes apart. Our final change of the afternoon as Luke 09 replaces Trey Hume. After a VAR review, Luke 09 has been shown a straight red card. Oh. Beautiful, man. All right, 9 left. Diddy will miss the World Cup. Diddy's having his own World Cup. TOTY. I'll keep those. Alright, so we're up to 1,350,000. 2 additional more informs. 100 plus golds in the club. Bunch of tradable League SBC cards. Got more League SBC runs to do for more tradable packs. Got dailies yet to do. We got probably, I think, 5 to 10 special cards still selling. There'll be more coins, liquid. And then everything in the club I was talking about before that we haven't counted. So we're cooking right now. How will Diddy missing the World Cup affect prices for Libin Suds? We should make a video on it. Do you guys want to see that? My problem with grinding is I'm afraid to lose coins. That's my thing too. But there's 2 reasons you're in that camp. And we can figure this out real quick. If you have coins and you're afraid to lose coins, that's a good problem to have. Because you've shown a discipline to be able to build something up, whether through League SBCs or through trading. And you've trained your brain to think in a way where you don't want that to go negative. You want it to really only go positive. The good and bad thing with that is that mindset will carry you far and will continue to allow you to get more. Yeah, you have 1.5 million. So if you continue the way you're doing, you'll continue to make more and more coins. The question is, for yourself, for your grind, for your players you want to buy, for the packs you want to make, at what point is enough enough? Previous years for me, it was 10 mil, and we'd end each FIFA with like 2 to 5 mil still. Where I'm thinking of it, it's like, okay, well, even if I somehow lost the majority of my coins by Team of the Year, I put most of my coins into that, not only would we get so many untradeable Team of the Years, so many tradable packs in that process of grinding, we'd get so many liquid coins back, not only that, we'd have exchanges basically for the rest of the year, and we won't really need coins to begin with. But it'd be easy to make them too. It's not a bad problem to have the mindset you do. You just have to slowly train yourself to go more the other direction. So I wouldn't say you need to lose coins. The first really good step for me that made a difference, if you guys are stuck in that same boat, is testing. See if you can go from, instead of making profit and making coins, to less profit in coins each day, but more packs. And then try to go more for a break even. And then once you're to the point where you're like a break even, and you start doing maybe an investment here and there, and you put coins into other stuff, you can start playing mental games with yourself where it's like, oh, my coins are technically down. Let me go back to the way I used to do it. But in reality, you got a bunch of informs in your club, or you got a bunch of special cards you're waiting to sell. And then you'll see all those bonus coins you have, and you're like, okay, well, I had 100k or 200k more than I started with. Let me just buy out a bunch of stuff right now. And then it no longer becomes a losing coins thing. It becomes a making more packs and saving you more time. If you did, let's say, 100 League SBC run-throughs, and you ended up finishing with like 100k profit, you would sit there and if it were me, I'd be like, wow, okay, I'm going to buy like 100k worth of Libin Suds. We're just going to keep going balls to the wall crazy. The issue is, though, tradable walkout from a silver pack. W. We'll take another one. Um, sorry, what was this in? Go on Pale Tools? I don't really feel like going on Pale Tools, man. I accidentally bought an 84 earlier for 10K. Dude, what was I talking about? I was saying something. I was in the middle of talking about like buying Libin Suds, spamming. If I had like 100K extra from that. Assuming you're saving the small rare golds for Team of the Year? Yeah. Oh, no, what I was saying was the issue with us is even if we're making a bunch of League SBC run-throughs and we're making profit, we're doing that all with saving packs still. Imagine if we flipped that switch and was no longer saving packs. How much more fodder we'd get. How many more promo cards we'd get. How many more icon SBCs, player SBCs for more tradable packs and untradeable value in the club we'd get. Like, just from 75 runs alone, we packed a 5.5 mil Eusebio untradeable. And then we did a icon SBC with just mainly high-end dupe storage and then mid-tier fodder in our club. And got ourselves another 92 icon. You're starting to open everything after Team of the Year? Yeah, I haven't decided when the start point will be in Team of the Year for opening the save packs. It'll probably be me grinding League SBCs the same way up until full Team of the Year. And then once full Team of the Year starts, we start spamming these into League specifics. But we'll see. I just got an auto SBC and Pale Tools today. They're nuts together. What's the auto SBC? You're going to wait for full Team of the Year Icon 2? When does that come out? What will probably happen, what I've done in previous years, is I'm always grinding every day no matter what. But we'll probably wait till the most things are in packs. Or depending on when specifically Team of the Year is, I don't know what I have exactly going on that weekend or that week. We'll probably take a day or two off of work. We'll probably have that weekend open. If I'm gone that weekend or something, we'll have to find time to do it. We'll probably have to Pale Tools a ton of stuff too, because it's just going to be a simple mathematical equation of not having enough time to open probably 5,000 plus packs, bare minimum. Probably get closer to 10,000 with recycling. Yeah, I'll save a bulk of the packs until everything's in packs. But I'll keep doing League SBCs and stuff the same way for when the attackers are out, defenders are out. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard of that. How many smaller gold player packs you reckon you're going to have by Team of the Year? 500 to 1,000, somewhere in there. 500 minimum, but we could probably get closer to 1,000. It just depends on what I focus on grinding or how much enjoyment I have. PS Plus Premium has 700 cool games. Here I am playing FC26. You got a promo card? They still have Thunderstruck backs out? Sir? Packs for you. Let me spend 10K to open a 1 of 2 82 plus player pick. Yeah, dude. That's a great pack for me. Thank you, EA. Nakata? Nice. It's only good for September. It's probably been there since September. Alright, daily gold time. Then we hop on to League SBCs. Sound good, boys? We're almost there. Off the window where the main line goes. I'm a fade off 5G. Am I doing 84 plus times 3? I need to still do mine. I've been getting lazy with those. I haven't been doing all of them daily. I know I should, but nobody's perfect. I also had one. Remember the game we played yesterday on stream? That Evo that I was doing for Talby? After that game, I just had to finish one more to get them completed. And I completely forgot to play it, so I didn't complete them. So he ended without me doing them. RIP. Now we got to spend like 50K to do Siddiqui. And then I'm going to proceed to play like 0 games with him after that. Why do they offer these kind of packs? If you want to make money, at least offer decent ones so people could buy them. The issue is they have to be unique enough to try new things marketing wise to see analytics for what packs do better for the For You, but it also can't be good enough where people get extremely lucky to have it in the For You section, because if that's the case, people are going to complain that they don't have it. But eventually, if they did do that, they could then put that pack eventually as, hey, a lot of people engaged with this. People who had this in their For You packs were tempted to buy X amount of FIFA points compared to spend coins. If the engagement rate's high, they can then put it as a promo pack eventually. So they're tracking data for sure at all points of that and making decisions off of it. But yeah, I feel like they should push it more and make it better. Like, don't get me wrong, EA is a scummy company for how they promote a ton of stuff and the way they try to milk money out of their existing audience. But if they had me on their marketing team, I could make it even worse. I would make disgusting levels of changes to make them money. It would help the player too, don't get me wrong. It wouldn't be all for nothing. But people complaining about doing League SBCs, how would you like to spend 1,000 FIFA points to get a League SBC run completed? Just automatically. Get it completed for you in all the packs. Just instantly done. Pop in 1K. Boop. Done. Pop in coins too. It costs Footbin and EAFC, Foot GG, all the sites are showing it costs 10K to do the mix. We're going to double that. Hey, want to spend 20K coins right now to instantly complete this SBC? Go for it. Want to spend 30K to do the premium? Go for it. Want to save those packs for Team of the Year? You can. Or you can open them right now. Choose whatever you want to do. Exchanges are coming later in the game. But you can unlock exchanges right now for the Ultimate Edition of the Season Pass. You know, you have the standard Season Pass, the free one. Then you have the premium Season Pass. And the Ultimate, if you get to the end, which is double the amount of XP you need, you get exchanges. But it costs $20 instead of 10. You want player picks? You want a player pick along with a bronze upgrade, silver upgrade, and gold upgrade? We'll give you a non-stop player pick on the menus. It's going to cost you $50 to get a day one. It'll be the ultra premium version of the pre-order for all you menu grinders. VA had exchanges during Thunderstruck. Remember 2 years ago when they had the 85 exchange and it was a gold players pack? As like the test before they actually came out with exchanges? That was cold. What would you do with 1.5 right now? One saving packs for Team of the Year. I'd be flipping special cards and I'd be stocking up informs for when they inevitably go up in price. I'd focus on the 80 and 81 rated ones so you can snipe at 10.5 and under. I'd look for open bids for 10.25. I'd also be lazy listing specials too. Off the window when the main line goes. Prefer you in the version where you fight their system? We could do the fight from the inside. Or I can say that, hey, trust me, I've been a menu grinder. I know exactly what they want. They will pay for it. Mumble Elite has increased our profits by double what they were last year. People think we should give them a huge raise. We're just going to do a pizza party instead. I'm going to be super grateful. The whole community is going to hate me, despise me, say I'm a snake and I turned on them. But at least I get a pizza party. C24 exchanges were the best SBC in FC history, not including FIFA. The one that rivals it, and I would love to see a return eventually. Does anyone remember? I think it was FIFA 17 or 18. There was a SBC where you put in a bronze, silver, and a gold. It could be tradable, untradeable, common, rare, didn't matter. In return, it was unlimited repeatable for like a week. You would get a tradable potential bronze common or bronze rare, silver common or silver rare, a gold common, a gold rare, inform special card, icon. You could get anything from it, but it was one player you'd get back. So you'd put in 3 and then get 1 player. Can you explain why low team of the weeks like 80-81s might go up? Is it only because they'll be out of packs or other reasons too? So if you pay attention to the ratings of the new team of the weeks and then also the ratings of the upgrades, you'll notice 2 things. Any future team of the weeks since I think Black Friday and maybe a few weeks before that, the lowest rating has been 83. It started the year with some 80s and 81s and some 82s. Now it's basically only 83 pluses. So if you had untradeable or tradable 82s and belows, a lot of those people at some point have submitted into an SBC, or if it's gone up in price and people sold it, they sold it to someone who's buying it for an SBC. So they're going to eventually go completely extinct on the market. We also have the 82 plus team of the week upgrade now, where you can get 82 pluses. So the lowest you can get is an 82 untradeable. So it is now physically impossible to get 81s. So if an 81 pops up, it's inevitably just going to have more value because it's more rare. Now mix that in with other things. So like I had, I'll show you the one I sold. I think I ended up selling both of them actually. I had Lib and Sud informs in my club, and I was making a comment where I was saying, what are the odds people are going to eventually use those for the SBC itself? Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't have them anymore. I sold them for 20K. I sold the, I think it was an 80 rated inform for like 20K the other day. Moreno was one of them. And then Vale was one of them. So let's look at Vale's price right now. He should, theoretically, be the same price as other informs. Because he's an inform, and that's what people would buy him for. But he's 20.2K or 20.5K. So you could do a concept squad. Actually, you could maybe go team of the week. Concept. Does it let you do low to high? You could go through and just pop a bunch of these in. It's not going to work for me because I have all these already. But if you look at their buy nows, a lot of these are already starting to go for like 13, 14K. Wet informs are like less than 11K right now. Another way you can do this, and the best way to still pick these up, is if you go to special cards or just informs. Honestly, just do informs. If you go to the lowest buy nows and you chill around there. So 10.5, you're going to have stuff basically sell instantly. You might be able to very quickly get to the 59th minute. You can try to look for those cards to pop up. But they're going to get them more and more rare. You can do the same thing here. Do 10.75 and just go to the 59th minute. Look for those specifically. But the more stuff you put in, like I could do maybe goalkeepers. I could do Liber Sud as the league. The more specific you make it, the less cards can potentially pop up. I'm going to see if I can try to find one. How come you got 1.2 million? How? Did you pack someone good? What do you mean? So untradeable player back. I bet people bid 150 in hopes of a gold rare to make profit. LOL. Hello, bro. I have 3.3 million coins. I want to grind premium league SBCs. I want to pack. Want to save packs for what cards are 2 week? How many should I complete? Do you have any advice for using coins? Thank you. 1 second, buddy. Were you the one who commented on the video about that too? Or is that another guy? That was you. So if you go to the video, I responded to it. We have videos on how to save packs for Team of the Year, what methods to use, and then we have all the videos on how to make unlimited packs through those methods. So if you want tutorials on all those are on the channel. Most of them are in the description too, with the names of the videos with links to them if you need them, bud. Like, how do you have 1.3, or is it from champs or something? I'm confused on the initial wording. I'm back. You said you're back, which implies you've been here before. We've always had these coins. I actually have close to 5 million if you count our inform investments and other stuff in the club. Yeah, we made over $1 million the first week of the game flipping silvers. We then moved to special cards and league SBCs once those came out. Inform investing and flipping. But mainly we've been, for the last month, doing just league SBCs for profit. What do I do with 500K? I would take a look at our traded playlist if you need tips. I'm doing special card method right now, Live in Sud method, league SBCs for profit method. BPM method for profit. Is investing for 2 weeks for Winter Wildcard a good investment? For Winter Wildcard, maybe not. I'm not sure when they'll go up. They'll usually go up for Team of the Year and buy Team of the Year. So stockpiling them for in the future, because they can't get really any cheaper than this, would always be a good idea. You can even list them right now. You could probably pick some up, store them. If you have a decent amount of coins, store them in your club, and the duplicates, start flipping those to lazy lists. What do you eventually do with non-league bronzes and silvers? Just upgrades? Yeah. We spam upgrades. If you haven't seen our bronze pack method video, we show tutorials and stuff for all that too. What it looks like in bulk. Alright, do we have women we can put in? Trying to keep as many league SBC cards as possible. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Woman. Oh. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out. But one question to you. Do you suggest a premium League SBC for that budget? I suggest both. Premium and mixed. I do both premium and mixed. Not one or the other. I do either the mix into the premium or the premium into the mix. But I always do both. You reckon Liber Sud cards will go up for Team of the Year? If they come back out, they're set for another 2 weeks, so we might not have them back out again. They'd have to bring them back, which most likely they would. But that's never a guarantee. The thing is this. If it's, let's say, the exact same League SBC, what's going to happen with Lib and Sud prices? We're already to the point where the price of the Lib and Suds are so cheap that you can theoretically buy it out in bulk, do this SBC, and almost guarantee yourself profit long term. But even short term, if you're using a few untradables and you're buying a few tradables, it should be printing you coins if you're not wasteful. But if you're doing our mix method into the premium, you're getting so many untradables in the first place, both from bronze pack method and bronze upgrades to the actual mixed league, that you're doing infinite runs of both. And we're still ending up with more coins than what we started with after hundreds upon hundreds of runs. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's buy gold. How much are the golds going for? All right, sick. So I spent 1K to do this. We'll get a minimum of usually 5K back. W. You have to do your dailies every day. I keep telling people that, bro. The dailies are the easiest thing in the world. Limit suds might go up when silver packs from the 84 times 3 dry up. Stock your clubs now. But again, like I said, like it wouldn't be a bad investment to make, because if you're currently picking them up for under the buy now of what they're currently at, and they get more expensive, you make coins. If they stay the same and you're picking them up under the buy now, you're making coins. If they get even cheaper, and the ones you put in your club are technically a little bit down from what you invested them at, but they stay cheaper, if you pick them up at a cheaper price, you're going to be making more coins from the League SBC. So it's like in every single facet of the grind, you're benefiting in some way, regardless. And that's like the nice thing about putting all the grinds together, is you benefit either way. If you're club stocking and flipping for profit, the dupes of the current prices, sweet. If they go up in price, you can sell off a bunch for a huge investment. If they go up in price and you don't want to sell them off, you got the League SBC at a discounted price for what it is now. If they go down, you get them even cheaper. I'm saving packs from League SBC. Should I save only the group reward pack or save all the untradeable ones? I would watch our how to save packs for Team of the Year video. We go over the best way, in my opinion, to save packs and what to open and what to grind into what leading up to Team of the Year. If your goal is to keep grinding and keep saving packs and have the packs you save be good packs for potential chance for a Team of the Year. But in my opinion, more importantly, make you a bunch of league-specific packs, which is going to be my main goal personally. I love how this one's an 81 plus times 2. And it's different than the 2 times 81 plus. I'm going to open it just so it's not just chilling there. Madaba, madaba, madaboosh. Gold. All right. Now, we're going to go through our dupe storage. Take care of those first. Any other packs we can open? Nope. We'll save those. Also, too, I'm trying to figure out, in my head, if we get, let's say Monday comes, and for a mix of, like, gold commons and gold rares, we get another, like, 81 double or, like, an 80 plus double, I don't think I'm going to make and save any more of those. My reason for that is if I'm going to make a pack, I think I'd rather have it be gold commons and save my gold rares for more of, like, the 84 plus times 3s and stuff like that if they bring it out. Even if it means my off-league gold rares start filling up my dupe storage short term. I think that's the smarter play. But also, it'll force me to not sacrifice even my dupe storage League SBC cards if it means we can keep rinsing through and grinding over and over and over. I think focusing on that's going to be 100% the move. All right, enough yapping. I know what you guys are here for. You want to see me do League SBCs and then have the loading screen come up and watch it kick me after 2 minutes. And then I have to load it back up again. And I give a spiel about how I should count how many times this happens. and see what the number gets to by the end of the year. And then by the time it starts working again, it'll start crashing again. And then someone says you should go to Pale Tools, Mumbo. And then I go to Pale Tools. And then people ask me, why am I on Pale Tools? Why am I not on the menus? So I go back to the menus. And then I get to the menus and they're like, you should go to Pale Tools. This is so much slower. And so I go to Pale Tools and then someone says, can't you get banned doing that? Why are you doing that? What's the point? And then I say, alright. We're going to call it a stream. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. And we call it a day. Is that good? Who do we have two of? Nottingham? Can you put Barabian? That's 78. Oof. Can we do Crystal Palace? Mateta? Cold, okay. Center back, center back, center back. Boom. That's a deep line. Facts. That's Syria, SBC storage. Oh, didn't save it. Whoopsie. Cam. Is there any bronze team of the week this week? I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't packed one yet, if there is. I also need to spam more League SBCs. I've been slowing down a little bit. Or BPM. I've been slowing down with BPM. Never thought I'd respect you. Alright, we'll start with untradables. Alright, what do we got? Should we chuck in Pogba? What do you guys think? Center back, center mid. Boom. What is the lowest rated card I should use in the EFL MLS squad? Depends on how you set it up. You could justify any rating if you had enough high rated cards. But logistically, if you're going for just 2 golds, you're using silver rares, like 72 to 74s, 70 rated for the silver commons is probably the lowest you'll be able to get away with consistently. But again, it depends on what you have and how you're doing it. Thank goodness I checked this price. I was just going to list them for 700. All right, next time. Let's get it. Start with championship. Check all these in. We'll go to MLS dupes. Got from MLS. Got not too many there. We got one rare already. Go to championship on tradables. Do hammer. Zaz. Darby. Hey bro, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Look at all those rares we have. Crazy. You having issues with Pale Tools this year? Nope. 0 issues so far. But I mainly use it off of stream rather than on stream. Otherwise, I'd never be on this game. On the actual menus. Alright, Romanian League. One dupe there. Trying to do some Pale Tools filters and it's just not working well for you? What's not working about it? Is there something in particular you're stuck on? About to invest 1.5 million coins into Mixed League Premium Mix, but not being able to use Pale Tools is making it take so long. What is not working in particular? So me, what I'm doing, Pilsner's template, I do say 3 rare gold Bundesliga, then 8 common gold Bundesliga, then I put in 3 rare Serie A, 8 common Serie A to fill the bench. It's putting the Bundesliga in, then replacing the Bundesliga with Serie A, instead of putting the Serie A on the bench like last year. So, I've noticed little tweaks like that happening too. Change up your code a little bit and see if you can tweak it to get it to work. Because if you increase the amount of players from each team and things like that, it might still do that same sort of thing where it puts some of them in, but then you also have more bench options, or it pulls more Serie A as well as the Bundesliga. Also, it's not adhering to the one of each club. It's never going to adhere to the one of each club if you have anything over 1 SBC. What I mean by that is if you put one template of gold rares separate from your gold commons, your gold commons are never going to know what gold rares are being put in to do separate. Unless you're using the PL Tools version of their SBC solution thing. But I don't even know if that works for League SBCs. But do you know what I mean? But again, if you put more numbers for each squad rather than the exact ones you need, that should fix that problem right away. Did that last year just fine, though? The rares and commons? I thought that's always been a problem. I could have sworn. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's a new thing, but I know that for sure fixes it. And it just takes a quick second to find which one's the dupe, and you go in there and you mix them around. No, for sure, I just mean it's pulling multiple gold commons of the same club. Oh, yes, because if you have it pull in from your dupe storage, it's not going to know your dupe storage from your club. That's probably the issue you're running into. So check for me. If it does that, check who's in your dupe storage and who's in your club. Because it's probably pulling your dupe storage first. If it's pulling a dupe storage from Bayern, and then you also have it so it's putting a Bayern player from your club in, that's probably the issue. It's like 6 rares, 15 commons or something. Yeah, just increase whatever it is you need to increase. For my gold rares, I usually keep that the same. But usually like the amount of common players or everything else, I'll increase. And if you know the second one might pull from your existing one, so if you have Bundesliga first, and then you have later in the template Serie A's, and it seems like the Serie A's are replacing your Bundesliga, whatever you have more of, put that towards the bottom and increase the number used, because then more cards will be available. And then once you're lower on one league, you just click the up or down button on which order to put them in PL Tools and have them switch. Or keep the stuff the same, and if you want to switch your gold rares from each league, change the league to the other league and go from there. By the way, it's not pulling from dupes very well either. There have been noticeably more glitches this year with PL Tools for sure. Compared to last year, now I'm thinking of it with dupe storage for sure. But again, for a majority of the grind, it works perfectly fine. For you buying, did you say you're buying for the premium or you're buying for the mix? Because when I did 75 runs of the mix in 24 hours, tradable walkout again. Cold. That's like an 89. Telling you, best pack of League SBCs, boys. The mix is overpowered. How much are these? 24K? Buying for mix, stocking up at 150, 200, etc. Yeah. If you're doing it in bulk, we're going to make a video on how to make it easier on yourself for tomorrow's upload. Or today, depending on when you're watching. Sunday's upload. And one of the things we cover in there is the more you make a day, just mathematically in terms of the amount of time you're able to put in, it's probably better off to buy now for 200 and stock them that way than it is potentially 150 bids if you're really trying to increase the number. I don't understand mixed league SBCs. What don't you understand about them? Do I just buy the players? Don't know any other way. Did you watch our mixed league SBC video, C-Barbs? Where we go over each step of the mixed league and what to do exactly if you're new to it? Like 3 times. So pick a section that you might be confused about. Let's start with the Saudi League and Romanian League. Are you confused about anything in that section altogether? For Saudi and Romanian League. No bronze through the week. I just don't know how to get players from the SBC. Okay. So you don't have players for the SBC, but you want to get players for the SBC. The video shows you the ways to get players for the SBC. I'm confused on what you're confused about. Do you know, are you new to EAFC? Do you know how to bid or buy now? Or bronze pack method or daily SBCs? Do you know any of those, or are you brand new? Like at the moment, I'm just trying to do premiums from players in the club and bind the libs and suds. Okay. So if you're doing the premium, why were you watching our mix video? If you're doing the premium without the mix, why wouldn't you just watch our premium video for the premium grind? Or are you trying to learn the mix so you can do mix into premium like us? I don't know. Yeah, I know how to do buy and I do BPM, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay. So have you watched our bronze pack method video where we show you the exact ways it's worth it? And how that's shown on stream each week? Long term, how it's worth it, both in terms of coins, league SBCs, fodder, upgrades. Or do we got to start from step 1 there? I think I've watched it. Okay, so in your mind, what's not worth it about BPM? What about BPM doesn't make sense or makes you think it's not going to be worth it? What in particular are you struggling to understand with that specifically? BPM is $1,000,000% worth it. BPM is a cheat code for making coins and packs. I could probably sit here and just spam BPM on stream and get a crap ton of League SBC runs, and by the time we sell off all this stuff too and make more League SBC upgrades, be up another 50 to 100k by the end of tomorrow. Because there's not bronzes worth coins, I was doing it mostly because Lib and Suds were worth it. So that's just incorrect altogether. Lib and Suds are cheaper than they once were, but there's ebbs and flows. So when Libs and Suds were crazy in price, and that was the thing essentially paying for the pack, I'm assuming it was when you did it, you're now viewing it as, hey, those same Libs and Suds that I was maybe selling for 1k to 2k, they're now like 800 coins, 650 coins maybe. So you're, in your head, you're like, okay, now it's definitely not worth it. Have you thought about the amount of League SBC cards that go for 150, 200, the ones that go for 250, 300, managers that go for extinct prices, thousands of coins, hundreds of coins? Have you thought about the bronze upgrades to get Lib and Suds and other League SBC cards untradables? Have you thought of bronze rares for flash SBCs, daily SBCs, just listing on the market, top nations, top leagues, Evos that come out that shoot them to the moon, SBC solutions that come out to shoot them to the moon? Yeah, I would watch the vid, because every single one of those is answered in the video in extreme vivid detail. And I think that's where your confusion lies, is you don't understand the long-term benefit of BPM. I think right now in your head, you're thinking our bronze pack method is open a single 750 coin bronze pack and guarantee yourself almost instantly more than 750 coins worth of players that will sell within seconds. And that's not the way to do it. Nor should it ever be viewed that way. In my opinion. Is it the vid from 8 days ago? Let me look real quick. It's probably that one. I mean, we have multiple bronze pack method videos, but if you watch the one from 8 days ago, that's the most recent. But we always give updated prices. Not only that, we talk about if things fluctuate. If libs go up, if libs go down. If managers go up, managers go down. If you club stock, the benefits of that. We go over everything in that one. Yes. That one's even better for you, because not only do we go over the method, we do it live and show you in real time how many bronzes we make, what we do with the bronzes. You can always buy coins too. For some people, that might honestly be the move. You never know. Danny Bath. Watch that tomorrow then, and if you're streaming, I'll let you know how it goes. I won't be live on Sunday. But yeah. How many coins are you on right now, C-Barbs? Just out of curiosity. How many more hours will you stream? We'll be ending soon. I'm about to spam BPM a little bit off stream, but I got a bunch of stuff to take care of. Family in town, coming back in town. Projects get done, lists to get done. Shopping to do. Cleaning to do. Videos to edit, record. A lot of stuff. Hey. I enjoy every part from the gameplay. I have 480k with one Crespo selling. Sounds good. So with the 400k, are you on PC or are you on console? How many labor stud cards should I have to buy the rest? Some people buy them all out. Some people only use untradables. Some do half and half. Truly depends on what your goal is. I have curiosity, by the way, when you are doing BPM and start getting too many dupe players, we just throw in off leagues into bronze upgrade still. Yep. Actually, I'm going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. C-Barbs, you're going to see a preview. And for people who need a little refresher, let's just degen real quick. Why not? Give me a second. I'm going to pull up Pale Tools. I do not use a bot. I do Pale Tools by hand. But I take advantage of Pale Tools' beautiful pack animation stopper. You'll see. You'll see. When you're thinking of BPM, you might have a very limited view on what that looks like. We're going to show you what this looks like. By the way, increasing the players has worked. Let's go. Yeah, if you're doing just the exact amount of players and it's eating the other players, that probably would get frustrating. Okay, it's not. Give me a second. It's not refreshing to my screen. I need to put in my code before I share screen. Just give me 1 second, boys. My goal is to grind packs for Team of the Year. Hold a nice coin balance. Honestly, if you want a good balance of the two, my take, club stock tradable ones with BPM. And then use untradable silvers and golds that you get. And then if you need to buy occasional gold or something, do that. Dude, why is this not working? I'm sorry, guys. This is completely... There we go. All right, 1 second. Let me get in. All right, C-Barbs, if you're hearing in chat, anyone else who's wanting to see what BPM looks like, say here in chat or ready in chat, so I know you're looking. You're here? Okay. Okay, we're going to do 2 things. I'm going to do a stopwatch to see how long we do this for. Okay. My computer's acting really slow right now, so I'm not sure how this is going to work at the moment. I don't know why it's so slow. Probably have to restart it. You know what? It's probably those Excel files that are open. Yeah, this is unusable right now. Okay, now it's speeding up. Maybe it just needed to load. So you're basically looking for, until you start getting dupes. We're not checking the individual price of cards. We're not caring if we got a liver stud right away and trying to sell it right away. We're focusing on opening as many packs as we can. And then in turn, making as many upgrades as we can too. English manager. I put him in the club. How much are English managers right now? Mo still thinks turning it off on works for electronics. True. I'm an old man. Interested to learn to make some coins too? Been a while? Feel free to take a look at our trading playlist, buddy. So we're already up to... Actually, should we rinse bronze rares too, just to start off as low as possible? I'll try to keep some bronze rares. All right, so we're already to 15 two-player silver packs. If we keep this going with League SBCs, pop some of these in while we do this. Rinse and use some. Why are they all strikers? Literally, why do I have so many strikers? Left back Cam, center back. Done there. Done there. Chucking some lower rateds probably. Left back. Goalkeeper. Cam. Okay, that's Cam already. So pack done there. Another League SBC run done. 4 Sardi cards. Eredivisie and League One are going for 200 coins. If you consistently list those, you can get a good amount of sales. So I probably have 30 to 40K worth of those in my club right now. I can list those Bundesliga and Serie A dupes instead of quick selling them if you want. It's additional coins there. Those will be a little bit slower to sell. Let's do a manager search as well. We'll just go through managers while I read chat. Sell things of value. How good is Eusebio? Insane. He scored like 4 or 5 goals that first game. So what do I do with the bronze lib stud, you mean? So what I was saying when I was showing that was, if your main goal is to open bronze packs to get a lot of lib suds, or if you're trying to use bronze packs as a way to get them, you'd be better off storing them right away than trying to compare price and list them right away. Because with BPM, if you know where the value comes from, you want to open as many bronze packs as possible. That's the one factor. And the beauty of doing that with League SBCs is you have the option whether you want to sell them or use them. So for example, for the little BPM we just did, and for the untradables we've done today, and the packs we opened, how many Liber studs are we currently on? Let's see. We still have 3 libs, 6 sud for bronzes, 18, 12, 1 gold. So if we look at those numbers, if I just keep that, I'm going to do one better. I'm I'm going to dashboard this and screenshot it. We're going to see what this becomes in a few minutes. So we're going to keep that number. And once we open the bronze upgrades, we're going to see how many more we get. Can you quickly explain the grind? BPM grind? We have a whole video on it. It can't be quickly explained. The quick explanation is bronze packs have insane value. Especially if you take it long term into League SBCs and selling stuff and upgrades. Alright, let me go back to selling managers. I have a slight issue with the MLS EFL template, getting something that gives me high enough ratings. So for that one, people's issue with doing that section is you're probably better off continuing to buy like the 77 and 78 rated gold commons and buying like 72 to 74 rated silver rares and then get away with a bunch of like around 70 rated cards elsewhere. Or if you're using 75s, you're going to have to make that up in other areas. So it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all to consistently do it. But it's really easy to do if you're constantly buying stuff by hand. Got 800 there. 650 there. Does Romania go for anything right now? No. 650. $3,400. Scotland go for anything? 200 probably by the end of the hour. Does Georgia go for anything? Do 1,600. Do 700. Keep that. Japan. Maybe a 200. 234. Colombia goes for a bit. So you're probably missing out on not thinking these have as much value as they do. Especially when spammed in bulk. So where does the profit come from? If I'm spamming, then storing in club, then recycling into bronze packs, silver packs, gold packs, and League SBCs. So, again, the video is going to explain things in more vivid detail. Long story short, the value is all here, and it gets better long term. I can do the quick spiel of I open a 750 coin bronze pack, I get 3 or 4 players, and I list them for 200, and I quick sell everything else. Already pure profit. But in terms of the backside, obviously we're not listing everything right away. Some things are going in upgrades, but we'll get a manager that will pay for the next like 3 packs. We'll get a Liber sub that could pay for the next pack or 2 if you want to sell them. And it happens way more often than you think. Then on top of that, if you think about it in League SBCs, think about all the people. We just got a Saudi and a Lib in the same pack. Think about the amount of people who just buy out, like let's say Lib and Sud. If you did bronze upgrades and got a crap ton of Lib and Suds untradeable and did that section, you're getting 5 to 10K from the Jumbo Gold Pack alone that you're not accounting towards the BPM grind. So there's like more coins than that. There's fodder you're getting along the way. If I'm constantly spamming the mix, if I'm constantly spamming the premium, using bronze and bronze upgrades for a bunch of the different sections, we're going to consistently be getting stuff along the way. That's how I got Eusebio. I got Eusebio through doing the mixed league, partially BPM and partially club stocking and buying out. But even if you didn't want to do the League SBC and you just wanted to sell these, same logic but in bulk. Libsud, managers, the leagues. Some things will be slower than others, but the value's there. What does Canada go for? We'll try 16 hundo. LB use foot enhancer, auto buy for VPN makes the process 100 times faster. I'm good with this speed. If people want to use other sites that they're enjoying, they can. I am a pale tools till I die. So I could even list that German manager for 200 and he'd eventually sell. So it's like things like that. There's some coins I'm missing out on by quick selling instead. But remember, the goal we're going for is sheer bulk, not one-off. And in sheer bulk, long term, this is insanely good. There's a Serie A card that would have eventually sold for 150, 200. But again, do I want a full transfer list of stuff not selling? Might be more worth it just a quick sell and move on. There's a double Bundesliga. I could quickly look and maybe get a 200 sale by the end of the hour if I relisted 5 times. For you, it might make more sense right now. For me, it doesn't. But also, if we're keep doing League SBCs with the tradables and untradables, it's less likely these are going to become dupes in the first place if we're consistently using what's in our club to make more. So that's like another thing with this is the more club stocked you are, the more dupes you get. If you're trying to get less club stocked because you're doing more mix and more premium, that's a good thing. But then your coins are going to look like they're going down faster because you have less stuff in your club. Doesn't mean you're losing coins. It just means you're storing more. And again, the BPM video explains a lot of this stuff. Alright, so now we got to pull in Championship. Silver Commons. I mean, do we need 4? So you're mostly doing mixed? Yes, to both. We're doing mixed into premium still. On average. But we're consistently doing both SBCs. Did I just do 2 Southampton? No, we don't have enough rating. See, because I used too low of rating elsewhere. So we got to pay attention to. Little things like that. Oh, I had it and then I changed it. So we done that again. Spamming. More League SBC cards. More League SBC cards. More off leagues for upgrades. Now, your low-end championship and your low-end MLS, it might make sense if you're consistently getting those dupe to put those in a few bronze upgrades as well. Just so you're not constantly quick selling, but instead you're giving them a pack that gives them more value. That is an option you have. You don't necessarily need to do it, but it can help. All right, so we've already got to 24. Let's make one more. Let's say we made 25. For 15 minutes, we did 2 to 3 League SBC runs, made 25 of these, sold a bunch of managers, made a bunch of coins on the front end, already getting League SBC cards and off-league cards, no matter what. We'll probably get an inform too. We'll probably get a few libs and suds as well. League SBC cards we use for League SBCs. Untradable saves us coins and makes us coins in the tradable packs. And the untradable packs gives us more coins, or more cards for more packs to give us more coins. off leagues, we send into more upgrades. So this is what I mean. There's a lib right there. This is what I mean. Another lib right there. So 2 libs in 5 seconds. This is what I mean about the endless spam of BPM and its benefits. The more we start at the bottom of BPM and spam, the more of this stuff we get. The more of this stuff we get, the more we build out of this, the better the grind becomes. So a lot of people who are sitting there trying to sell everything from BPM, you're missing out on all of this value. This is the value that gets you Eusebios. This is the value that lets you use all untradables. Another sud there. And a lib in the other one, I think that was. This is what allows you to do icon SBCs with all untradable fodder. There's 2 league SBC cards there, sud, as well. Air Devis cards. And let's just go to Club Analyzer real quick compared to the screenshot. So this is what I had. 18-3, 12-6. 25. So 2 more silvers, 2 more bronzes, 5 more silver suds. Is that 2 more bronzes? All within 15 minutes. And that was mainly focusing on selling managers and reading your guys' chat. If I wasn't doing that and just spamming that even more, we'd have even more. I got a full transfers. Look at all those managers that already sold. W. Okay, so here's like a perfect example. I use mainly all untradables here. There are some tradables in here. That's enough rating. We get the SBC done. This would be something that, like, if you're trying to do this in bulk, if you didn't want to wait until you got all untradables, using a few tradables is not going to break the bank. And especially if it allows you to then go in and finish the rest of the section. That's a good trade-off in my opinion. Too late for me to think right now. It's so late for me to think. See how it keeps doing that for me too? But then I have enough of a bench where it kind of solves its own problem. All untradables here. So 0 additional coins spent there. There's from the same club. What did I put in? Zero additional coins spent here. Oh, I had it. More League SBC cards. Now let me do some silver upgrades as well. So these are all additional off leagues I'm able to make into gold commons. Just from the very few League SBCs we've done so far today. How about gold upgrades? What do I got here? These are all off-league cards, untradeable. These are all additional gold upgrades. Boom. Some additional packs there. More League SBC cards. You see how this grind works? This is kind of... Seeing these things all together is a little bit more advanced, but this is where BPM becomes extremely useful as a tool for all of it. That's the part that a lot of people are missing, is how BPM unlocks the rest of that. Now, look at our coins. We're almost to 1.4 mil. Okay? If we continue to sell the managers we have in the club, the stuff that's listed here, we'll check those back in the club. We sold the informs that we packed today and the special cards we picked up. We're basically back to over 1.5. So we would have more coins than when we started over 250, almost 275 League SBC runs ago. We'd have more coins than what we started with. On top of that, I have another 100 plus gold commons to sell. I have probably another 100 plus silver rares, 1,000 plus silver commons. I probably have actually 300 silver rares. I probably have maybe 1,100 silver commons tradable. So that's well over 100,000 more coins too. So we're going to be well over 1.6 mil again. And again, that's not including the rest of the managers I haven't sold for the golds and silvers. The rest of the bronze ones. That's not counting all the consumables I have here. It's not counting manager leagues that are stockpiling. It's not counting healing. Wait, do healings actually have... Oh, I was going to say. So for these, a few things you can do with these. I just stockpile them. Something like this. If you save them in bulk, I could quick sell and make like a 3K there. It might honestly be worth it though. If you have like nothing in your club and nothing on your transfer list, if you want to list these in bulk during like a weekend league for 200 by now, things would eventually sell. If you want to do a 150 start price and like a 5K max price, you might occasionally get a max 5K. Same thing with these. What to do with 84s? Buy them or use them. Whatever you're feeling. And just like that, we have more tradable packs that we turned our BPM and untradables into. So more coins from those, from BPM. So just compounds and compounds and compounds. And then past that, it gets even crazier. Because when you're completing these, remember, we're saving all these packs. The final packs. So like 52 prime golds. I have... Where's the number? 381 small rare gold players packs. That doesn't seem like much. 381 times 6. 2,286. 2,286 untradeable gold rares. Let's assume I didn't get a single walkout. I had the worst luck in the world. No League SBC cards, even if they were League SBC. Let's say I got everything low rated too. Nothing that would make sense to put into any SBC for rating. If I just simply put these into league specific upgrades during Team of the Year without spending an additional coin from this grind, I now have well over 200 league specific premiums that we get to open up during Team of the Year. That I guarantee you one of these is going to pack me a Team of the Year. But the beautiful thing in this isn't going to be the amount we open. From this alone, we probably with those rares could craft another 50 to 75. And then on top of that, how many gold commons we usually get back? It used to be 11 player pack with 3 rares. What's it now down to? What was it last year? Was it 5 gold commons in those packs? Is there soft bands SBC? Yes, there can be. But for most people, that won't be too big of a problem. I just do it in groups. So you'll see me open some packs, do some bronze upgrades. Open some packs, do some bronze upgrades. Do a League SBC. Open some bronze packs. All right, let me do one of these. I'm blind right now. I just put the same club back in. But now I don't have the rating. Ah. We'll do Prem. Here we go. Untradables, untradables, all untradables, good. 0 additional coins spent. So we're running into this weird thing with Eredivisie right now where the way I originally had it set up, I was just mainly putting all silvers in because we were low on rares anyways and using mainly gold rares. We now have so many silver rares. I could probably just start submitting silver rares more than what's needed. Not be at risk of running low. Question is it even worth it to do that? We'll do it for this one. We'll keep an eye on that in the future. Down the side again. See what the libs we have. Look at all the rares. Okay, so that is enough. Again. 1, 2, 3 rares, rating, rares, rating. Okay. So now I'll do Prem untradables. Polina. Another one. See, I gotta be careful to not put... I'm gonna occasionally have informs pop up if I'm not careful. Syria. Yes, we have a Pale Tools video on the channel. If you need a grind, we probably have a video on it. And again, more tradable packs, more untradable packs, more League SBC cards, more upgrades, more boards. You only using untradables? I'm trying as best as I can to use untradables. Because at the end of the evening, another Sud card in the first silver player pack. W. Off stream, I list a bunch of tradable cards I have in my club and get a few hundred sales throughout the day on excess stuff that might not sell quickly. So like if I went to my club right now for Lib and Suds, I guarantee you I could almost get every Eredivisie in League 1 bronze to sell for 200 coins. If I look at how many I have tradable, we have a good amount of coins in here, but then also all the dupes we're getting too that are just bonus coins. Might be able to be a DJ like Mamba now. You selling those? I will most likely sell those later tonight, yes. Because I really don't use those, and they have value. I'm mainly selling them when we get them dupe right now, but that's another way to get like an additional 10 to 20k from your club consistently. There's another Colombian manager, so there's another like 1,500. Oh, you know what I should show you? Let's make a quick like 10k to 20k with just leftovers. Watch this. Remember I was talking about all the tradable silver rares and silver commons from off leagues that we still have? So a couple different ways you can do this. You can go just silver rares or silver commons and go rating by rating. I prefer to go league by league, especially when you're really club stocked. Just kind of remember where you last checked. So like I can go in here. And if it's like a 70 plus or a good position, or I really am low on cards in my club, I will go in and try to list these for 200. Or if it's a silver rare for 350. Yo, Jose! Thank you for the dodo, buddy. Appreciate you, brother. My man. Does it not have a message on it? It just has a devil looking thing. Just because I enjoy the stream, brother? Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Not to bait more donations, but just a general rule of thumb. I don't know how much Mexican dollar is or whatever that is. But if you guys are going to donate to the channel, it's over $5. American dollars, I don't know what that translates to in your guys' country. I'm using freedom units. Feel free to become a member as your first thing. It should be in the description. It's also this, you hit support. Oh, I can't have it pop up for me. There should be a membership option under that, I believe. You get a badge next to your name and emotes in chat. It's the YouTube membership is the Twitch sub version compared. Are you American? Am I American? Did my accent give it away, chat? Am I being found out? There we go, Jose! Thought you were from UK supporting Sunderland? What did you think my accent was? Where did you think I was? Let's see those emotes in chat, buddy. You baited me? Sorry, brother. I just wanted to get you value for your donation. Again, I won't sit there and do that a million times because you can get quick sell banned as well. Woo! Who said you can't make money from bronze packs? Another 5K, baby. W. Another lib. Another manager. You see how it starts stockpiling? You see how it starts justifying itself long term very easily? And again, this is all assuming you pack nothing of insane value tradable. We haven't even mentioned what happens when you start getting, like us, 3 informs from silver player packs. Tradable. Another lib card. So like if you did this, let's say you're spamming the mix and maybe you didn't want to do the premium or you only wanted to do the premium. Another... I got coffee on my balls. Oh, coffee's on my balls. My testicles are black. Oh. 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 It's all over me. It's over, chat. Oh, gosh. Oh. It's all on the carpet. Oh. That's not good. Oh. Still a shot left. There we go. All right. Got a little too excited with the bronze packs, boys. I saw he was worth 2K. Didn't know how to behave myself. But you can see what's appealing about this grind, right? If I wasn't streaming and reading chat right there and missing like half the messages because I can't multitask, even though I say I can. Imagine doing this while watching YouTube or Netflix on the side. Also, too, fun fact, this is in the pack code. There's, whenever you get 7 players in a pack, you're guaranteed a coin bonus or a pack bonus. So if you ever get 7 players in a pack, you'll always have a plus 100 coins, plus 400 coins, or a additional bronze pack. But what I was going to say is another thing you can do, too. If you're doing the mixed into the premium rather than both at the same time, one of the nice things you can do with this grind, especially if you're doing it in bulk, regardless of if libs are 600 right now, 800,000, at the end of the day, you can just sell all your libs and suds in the club, tradable. Just over and over and over. So like, let's say right now I have all my bronze ones that I haven't used yet. If I went highest quick sell value, went to libs, went to suds, I could now say, hey, I'm done for the day. Same with the silvers that we were packing. Let me list all these. Let me go in, compare price, get 900 for all these. 10K plus right there. Just a bonus coins from this existing grind. Go to Sudamericana. one there because we just rinsed. Oh, small prime gold players pack, prime gold players pack, and a small rare gold players pack. Should I save any others or only that one's? It's really up to you. I only saved the final pack in the mix and the final pack in the Premier League one, the premium. You might want to save something else. You might not want to save. That's the balance that I choose to use. And it works well for me. But everybody's different. I'm probably not going to save any more like 81 doubles, 80 plus doubles. If we have to use a mix of gold rares and gold commons, I'm probably going to switch to just making gold upgrades with gold commons of off leagues. And then using gold rares, keeping those in bulk for like daily 84 threes and stuff in the future. Because I have a feeling they'll keep bringing out more like that. What are the buy nows of Saudi and Romanian leagues right now? Are they 250 and above? $250? Okay. Okay, I can put Championship in. I can put League 2 in. I should be good there. In the meantime, make a few more. Their French manager. Their 400 coins plus the quick sell, basically money back on the pack. Send 9 dupes to the club. Rinse and repeat the process. More upgrades. Got more tradable packs that I haven't opened yet. Another bronze pack. More players. More quick sell value. You see how this just goes on an endless amount of time. Like, you can see the appeal. Jackson. All right, we got a full transfer list. Again. Can we make more silver upgrades? Not yet. Can we quick sell more stuff? Let's go to Belgian Pro League. And again, disclaimer. You can do this if you don't have thousands like me, and it's just a few hundred. Listing them all for 200 by now and relisting them throughout the day. And then maybe towards the end of the day, or if you want something else on there, you quick sell the rest all at the same time would be easier and make you more coins than this. But if you constantly have a full transfer list or things that are making more coins on it than the difference between the quick sell and the buy now, go for it. This is just a way to clean up a little bit more. I could also, too, if you guys are debating with BPM, we were talking about bronze rares before. I'd look at specifically 74s in top nation. There's a ton of these I would probably sell for 200 if you consistently listed them. What do you think about this? I'm buying players to do 100 mix, and then when with the packs I do premium ones. My goal is not coins, it's players to improve the club. Yes, I like that. But remember too, you guys don't have to do just 100 straight. You can do it in batches. Do an original batch of like 10 to 25 and then do another one. Remember, you're not content creators. Some of you might be. But the reason I say that is you don't have to go as extreme to get the same result. Completely forgot we had this from the mixed. It hasn't sold yet, so it's another 20k plus. You know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Instead of holding these, I'm going to do our lazy list. We're going to start attempting the lazy list specials. So we'll do that with informs and those. Let's see. I think there's a glass. Okay. We shouldn't list multiple at the same time, but we're going to make an exception. Just so we can keep relisting. Bro, a thing you said a couple days ago that you do a lot and have more energy. Bro, a thing you said a couple days ago that you do a lot and have more energy to do SBC grind. You joke you may be on the spectrum. I do that joke a lot. I feel that's why we love it. I joke about being on the spectrum. There might be a hint of truth to it, but genuinely, one of the things that we don't talk about enough is like, this is just enjoyable to me. Some people gameplay is super enjoyable and I look at them like they're crazy, and people hear me say the menus is enjoyable and they look at me like I'm crazy. So if I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't do it. I think that's what makes it easier too and justifies it. I think there's a lot of people who think it works but find it extremely boring or they don't want to do it. I feel like that's more of a common thought process. But yes, to take any of this to the extremes, you got to be a little bit on the spectrum, I feel like. But now, Jose and anyone else, like, Barbs, if you're still here, buddy, or anyone else, like, questioning this grind, now that you're seeing in real time even more evidence of how this is working in bulk, I want to make something very clear. Whether or not I make coins on this, which we're already back to almost 1.4 mil before the specials sell, before the Kimmich sells, before the rest of the managers sell, before our club stock sells, we're going to be well over 1.6 mil. So I hope this shows you that that additional 75 runs we did made even more coins off of that. We got Eusebio untradeable during the promo. We did the base icon and got Iniesta. All that's great and all. And we talked about all the packs we're saving for Team of the Year that are going to be additional bonuses. I could be even more wasteful. I could be even more extreme. And if the difference is instead of making a few 100,000 after 500 runs, if it becomes break even, that means we could do this even more. And what's going to change in terms of like how that looks moving forward is less and less having to justify bidding versus the buy nows. If I want a club stock quickly and I don't just want to do BPM or bid under the buy now, remember when we were talking about Saudi League before, or we were talking about we were low on League 2. Like, we could bid 150 and win a bunch of these 70 pluses, right? You see people doing that right now. What's going to be really helpful when you do this in bulk and you're trying to do as many runs as possible, just go in here and do this. spend the additional 50 coins, save yourself the time of potentially dealing with dupes, especially if you're on console. You can avoid that on Pale Tools. But like if you're short just a few cards, quickly go in and do this. You're good to go. So like I'll start doing that more in bulk. I'll probably, ooh, you know what? I talked about it. I think I should be a man of my word. What if we start doing this, boys? This is going to unlock the next level of grind, especially for you premiums. Y'all ready for this? Two things. Bidding. Under the buy nows to do for cheap. If we can win them and flip for profit, sweet. If we can lazy list above the buy now a little bit, sweet. But one of the things you could start doing is mass bidding on the silver libs and suds. Same way we kind of talked about this method earlier in the year with just focusing on the premium. If that's your goal. Literally just spam bid those, club stock, lazy list or sell the dupes for more. And while you're spamming BPM, you now no longer need any of those bronzes to actually use for the SBC. Another Brazilian manager, cold, W. We can just sell all the bronze ones. And the additional coins from these can pay for whatever that difference is. And we can squeak out even more profit if we're waiting to sell maybe in the evening for another 50 to 100 coins versus earlier in the day. All those little things add up. And then remember too, when you have coins and you're making coins and you're trying to save time, another thing that's important is not only making coins, saving coins becomes even more important too. So when it comes to little things here or there that you could potentially tweak, we were just talking about like speeding things up to spend a little bit more coins. But in terms of long-term plays, if I didn't sell gold common or gold rares are a perfect example. Right now, gold rares are selling for $750 plus, I believe still. If I was just quick selling those instead of listing them on the market when they weren't going for 700 plus earlier this week, that's infinitely more coins we're getting now if we club stock them and waited for them to go up. Same thing applies to silvers. Same thing applies to really anything. If you hold and wait, something will eventually come out and send it up. Daily SBCs, evolutions, and you get the coin bonus with that too. You get the benefit of both worlds. But we don't do it for the coins. We do it because we're crazy and enjoy buying players for 10 hours straight. I buy one league and then they're there and try to have 200 plus, but I get soft banned really fast. Any advice? Since I need to buy thousands of players, but in console I get so much dupes. Here would be my advice, especially if you're going to use Pale Tools for part of the grind. If you have an empty club, start your bidding on console. Bid on like 50 to 100 of different leagues. Get a good mix of the both. You should start getting some dupes. Store the dupes on your transfer list when you have 0 items on your transfer list. And do that over and over. Start filling your transfer list towards 100. Start getting your transfer targets towards 50 while your club is fully stocked with each league. Then what you can do is as you start doing the league, you probably notice this happening to me a little bit. I have dupes of League SBC cards here. And when I do my bidding or buy nows, I'll do the same thing. I'll throw them on here. And once I use the card in my club, I'll then send it to the club from the transfer list. Perfect example of this when we were talking about people struggling with MLS buy nows or MLS rating, I mean. Instead of using one of each gold, I'll go through and if I can find the 77 pluses that I don't have, I'll put them in my club. But if I run into like a 78 to 80 and I already have one, or here's like another 77, I can get that one even though I have it already and send it to my transfer list because I know it's going to be infinitely easier for me to use that rating versus a 75, especially when I'm getting lower on my silver rare ratings and stuff like that. So that's just like a pro tip to speed things along a little more. Get you further. But I'm really not trying to do more. I can do more. I should do more. But I want to finish this so we can see the liquid coins and go on from there. I want this experiment to be over so we can do the next experiment. Small from silver players packs. These next. Jumbo golds, small electrums. Store, quick sell. Fair price on that. Sell those. Sell those. $82s aren't even going. That's crazy. Sell those. So now we're above 1.4 mil again. More Electrum packs. More common packs. More premium packs. Am I tripping, or can't foot enhancer the pack thing get you banned? Or are you guys just taking that risk? I mean, you're you're using things that I would assume are bannable. I don't know. To be fair, buying packs for coins are better than sniping market, right? What are we talking about? Bronze packs? Like, if you're trying to collect libs, I would rather spam BPM to get libs that way than snipe them on the market. It's going to get you a lot farther and get you a bunch of other stuff, too. The nice thing to think about with, like, BPM in general... oh, well, any pack? Okay. Let me rant about BPM for a second again, though. The nice thing about BPM, too, that I haven't even discussed is just the sheer amount of cards you get in an extreme short amount of time. Nothing can really compare to that. Think of League SBCs in general. You get a ton of cards in the League SBCs. But to complete the 4 sections, it takes time, right? But you get most of the cards back. Or a lot of players back. Similar amount of players as the amount of players you put in. Maybe not the same leagues back always. But you get what I'm saying. The sheer amount of stuff you get from this, the more in bulk you do it, the better off you are. And again, the more and more I do it, I then switch the grind because I'm like, all right, let me try something else. But then every time I come back, I remind myself, I'm like, this is even more insane than the last time I remember it. Why are you quick selling managers? If it's not going to sell for 200 the first time within the hour, I'll usually quick sell it if I'm near a full transfer list. Oh, issue boy. Managers are the things that have the most value, though. So it's probably the thing you're missing out the most on by doing that. You know what's funny? I was supposed to leave like an hour ago. And you guys got me going on a Pale Tools rabbit hole. Yeah. Now I have way less time to do all my responsibilities. Let me see if I can finish this off. Like you see here, I'm not even buying a lot of the stuff. Nor do you really need to. You could just do a one by one like this. Slowly but surely over time. Hit template button, you're triggering my autism. Look at the amount of living suds we still have. So I could continue to do more runs of that. And like another way to look at it too Actually, wait, timeout. No, I'm going to change my mind again. Disregard what I said with the bidding on silver Libin suds. If you want to do that, you can. The even faster way would just be spamming BPM and bronze upgrades, keeping the bronzes and the silvers untradeable, and doing them with those. Or, actually, no. Take back what I said again. Sell all the bronzes, buy then silvers off the market for the same price as you sold the bronzes for, or like 50 to 100 coins cheaper if you can win them. And do that consistently. So you're making more coins by selling the bronze, buying a higher rated that works for a little less maybe. Maybe that's the move. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Okay. Goal for tomorrow. I'm going to get myself officially above 400 smaller gold player packs. Are bronzes really selling? Are you asking me? Or who are you talking to? Yeah, we're selling a ton of bronzes. We also got to get all this stuff to sell first. But yeah, no, I'll get to... I'm not going to be live Sunday. We'll have a video go up 2 hours before new content, though, on kind of this experiment, how it's been going, all that stuff. So look out for that. We'll be back Monday for hopefully a new repeatable grind. We'll see what it is. If it's a player pick... Actually, if it's a non-crafting upgrade, if we don't get a crafting upgrade, I don't think I'm going to do it. If it's like an 81 double, I'm probably not. I'm going to save my gold rares. If it's a player pick, I'm not. I'm probably going to save my gold rares. Might do a few. Okay. I got to go, boys. Take it easy. God bless. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you enjoyed, smack that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Then we'll get some stuff done. All right. Peace.